We don't like talking about death often. People don't like to talk about death. Whenever the topic comes up, you hear stuff like, God forbid, it's not my portion, stop talking about that. Why are you talking about death? You hear different things when people bring up the conversation about death. And honestly, I understand totally. I understand because I know that death is very heavy, death is very uncomfortable, and death is final. But here's the truth: avoiding the conversation about death or the conversation surrounding death does not totally change the fact that it is a reality. It does not automatically, stop reality. The truth is, one day, every single one of us will experience it, either by losing someone we love or even ourselves. And when this happens, life is never going to be the same again. Maybe for those people that are going to be left behind, or for us who might experience, losing loved ones, life would just not be the same. Even if life would continue, it would just not be the same. And when this happens, even though life will not be the same anymore, but life is going to continue, life will go on, even though it's going to change a lot about life for us or the people who have lost someone or someone who is grieving. It's going to change a lot for that person or those people, but it's not going to change the fact that life will continue, life will move on eventually. Losing my dad forced me to actually understand something that I had always intellectually known but never emotionally understood. And that is that life is fragile, life is fickle. It is not as permanent as we pretend it to be. We plan as though we have decades guaranteed. We postpone joy. We try to, feel among. We try to fit in. We try to act a certain way so that people would love us. We shrink ourselves just to keep the peace. We we assume a lot, and then we accept confusion. We're comfortable in confusion. We assume that there is later. We often assume that there is later, there's time to do it, there's a whole lot of time in this world. But the truth is, there aren't so many laters. There is no later, there's not the whole time in the world to do this. And that realization often changes who you are. If you've experienced loss, if you're grieving, the realization that you do not have the whole time in the world to do so many things that you want to do or be who you want to be, that realization often changes you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that life has taught me after losing a parent or since I lost my dad. Number one on my list is that life is so fickle. I say this most times in most of my videos because honestly, that's the truth. Life is fickle, life is fragile, life is really, there's nothing in this life. I say this often, and as much as a lot of us may not understand how deep this is, even I myself, I may not understand so much how deep it is, but the truth is that it is real. Life is so fickle, life is fragile. One phone call, one hospital visit, one unexpected moment, and that's all it takes. Life can actually shift overnight. The same house feels different, the same responsibility feels heavier. The same world just feels unfamiliar all of a sudden just because you lost someone or just because of death. And suddenly, you understand that control is only but an illusion. We don't control time, we don't control outcomes, we don't control how much we get to spend with the people that we love. We can't control it. We don't have control over that. The only thing we have control over is now, the life that you have right now, the life that you're living right now. That is all you have control over. How we live while we are still here, basically. And that actually changes a lot for me. That understanding changes or has changed a lot for me, because what is really the point? There's really no point with this whole, hustle bustle here and there, trying to make ends meet, trying to be a better person, trying to be the best version of yourself, trying to be a good person for the people that you love, your family, your friends. Basically, at the end of the day, it just takes only one phone call, one experience, one moment, and everything just vanishes. That understanding alone, I kind of feel like it just changes a whole lot for me. And I believe it does the same for someone else. To be fair, before now or before losing my dad, I've always been the person or the girl that lives in the moment. I like to be present in the moment, things that I do, people that I interact with, relationships, friends. Basically, I always like to live in the moment. But after losing a parent, it kind of made everything clearer for me. It showed me the importance more of living in the moment. And that's why in this video I'm going to put it out that when I'm no longer here, I want to be remembered as the girl who lived her life to the fullest. I want to be remembered as the mother who cared for her children. I want to be remembered as the wife who submitted to her husband, who cared for the home. I want to be remembered as that person, as that Nene that lived her life to the fullest, that, met, all of the expectations of her heart, that, that pursued her dreams, that lived life fully. I want to be remembered with these things, and not just be remembered for nothing. You just come here and you just go, and that's it. People post your pictures everywhere, and that's really the end of it. I don't want to be. I mean, yeah, that's the end of it. People would move on, but I want to be remembered for something else, something better. Number two thing that life has taught me, since I lost a parent, is to do you, and everyone else will adjust. So the thing is that when life shows you how temporary everything is, you stop living for applause. You stop living for validation. You stop living for other people. You start living for you. You stop shrinking to fit into rooms that don't deserve you. You stop over explaining yourself to people who do not care to understand you. You really stop explaining your inactions, your actions. I'm saying inactions because even when you don't do anything, people will still have something to complain about. That's just the reality. You stop editing yourself to make other people feel comfortable or feel good about themselves. Instead, you choose people who choose you. Remove yourself from situations, environments, conversations, people that intentionally drain you. Because at the end of the day, when the unspeakable, when the unthinkable happens, it is really your life you are left with. And it is mainly those who genuinely care about you that you are left with. So, if you ask me, do you build boldly, speak clearly, set boundaries, love intentionally, tell people that you love them, choose people who choose you, and people and environments that wouldn't require you to be smaller just for them to feel good about themselves? The people meant for you will adjust. And if they don't, they weren't meant to be there in the beginning. Trust me. And just to pull this out, just because we're saying the people who love you would adjust, does not mean that people will adjust to your bad attitude, your character, your bad character, your character or attitude that is intolerable. The last on my list of the things that I have learned or life has taught me since I lost my dad is that you should accept the inevitable without fear. Talking about death does not attract it like people think. It actually only acknowledges the reality. And when you accept reality, something powerful happens. You start living your life intentionally. You tell people that you love them. You put yourself out there. You love genuinely. You take more pictures. You forgive quickly, and even after forgiving, you feel like you don't want to be in that space anymore. Set boundaries, but make sure that you forgive and you forgive quickly. If there's something about me, I don't know how to keep grudges, but I'll set boundaries. Trust me. You stop postponing your dreams. You take your health seriously. Physical, mental, emotional health, you take them seriously. You stop assuming you have the whole time in the world, because really there is no such time. Nobody has the whole time in the world. We all have our designated times to live here or to be here on earth. We just do not know when it's going to end, but eventually it would. That's just the honest truth. Death is inevitable, that's the truth, but regret is an option. I should have lived more. I should have loved more. I should have told that person I loved them. I should have given more. I should have received more. I should have put myself out there more. I should have, taken my dreams seriously. I should have written that book. I should have been out there. I should have been myself unapologetically. Death is inevitable, but regret is optional. Losing my dad did not just teach me about grief, it taught me responsibility, clarity, courage, and how life can change just in minutes. Life is so fickle, and because it is fickle, I always say live your life to the fullest, not recklessly, not fearfully either, but intentionally. Don't shrink, don't remain confused or in a confusing situation, don't remain where you are always misunderstood or misjudged. We don't like talking about death. Well, I did today, and I also wish and hope that other people or more people will speak about it. And when this happens, I believe that people would think deeper about it. And when they are thinking deeper, they would love to live life more or do better while they're still here. And this is where I'll be dropping my pen. This is where I'll be calling it a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video to this moment. If you picked one or two things from this video, as always, do not hesitate to give us a thumbs up, like the video, comment, share, encourage someone. And I believe that this video might touch somebody or is for somebody, like I always say. So thank you so much for stopping by to watch my video. I really do appreciate. And I'll see you in my next one. Like I always say, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye. Who hit the club and his cups full of jealous. We in the back.